Wow, Kemi Olunloyo has come out with this again. She said the body buried today was not Abba Kyari. Ha. Controversial Nigerian investigative journalist Kemi Olunloyo has claimed that the late Abba Kyari, who until his demise was the chief of staff of Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, had already been cremated in Ikoyi. Still hot, safety violation and noise pollution. Lagos government seized coil over controversial death of staff. According to the journalist, the burial service held today was just an arranged plot as the statesman had already died and had been cremated. She tweeted on her page. She said, Nigerians, please stop sending me the same footage of a man removing a hazmat suit outside a cemetery. I'm a trained investigative journalist. Already told you Mr. Kyari was flown to Lagos, died in Ikoyi, cremated. No infected body was moved to Abuja. Is from Borno. The federal government is here to respond to the allegation. I have been reporting on latest news from Nigeria for almost 10 years now. I report on every possible news area I come across, but always ensure my reports are compiled with dignity and fact to uphold my personal values and duty as a journalist. So guys, Kemi Olunloyo is really ready, and just like we are hearing, the federal government has not really responded to this allegation. You see what is happening? And because of that man that really removed that his PPE stuff, or the regalia, or the kids, that he said, meaning that people should not just be bothered, don't just be worried, because nothing infected or any infection that got to Abuja in the first place. She has her own source of information, the same way Nnamdi Kanu too is having his own uh, uh, way of relating messages, telling Nigerians what happened. But at the end of the day, who are we to believe? But now she's in Nigeria. She has at least if they really want to arrest her, she's ready for that, and let them debunk what she has said. She's very, very sure what she has said, and she's really, really categorical about what she said. Let us hear what the government, or the federal government, will be saying at the end of the day. Someone says Kemi might be right. She reported the death of a top-ranking ASO Rock officer April 2nd, and by Islamic rules may have been buried before now. They couldn't hide it any longer because coronavirus blocked any room for maneuvering, so they had to announce his death now. Nigerians should understand that this government, since inception, has never spoken anything truthfully or done anything rationally. Someday, sometime, the truth shall prevail and be revealed. God past them. That is, this particular person says, submission. Your comment is lopsided and shouldn't be taken serious, as it lacks substantial, coupled with lies, as when she pronounced death in Aso Villa, Abba was still alive in Lagos. You cannot prove your allegation beyond any reasonable doubt. As such, it hold no water. Have it in your head. It is Eastern tradition in Islam, no matter the circumstance that surround your death. Once you are being confirmed by a medical doctor, in the next few hours after informing your family, is for you to be hurry in any nearby cemetery. You cannot use Christian faith or system of burial to make judgments in Islam. Just the burial has proved to you how worthless the world can be. In Islam, they stick to their tradition. Someone say, to your understanding now, where Abba Kyari? Whatsoever is not clear now, someday, sometime, it will be clear. And someone says, Kanu and this woman are my role model. That is what this person believes. No be they talk this one, no. Okay? Leave Abba Kyari alone. He's resting. Think about your life. He's gone to face God. That is what somebody's advising Nigerians. Someone say he's in hell, fire burning. God bless you. Who knows his own future? Busybody. I believe you very well. Somebody believes Kemi Olunloyo very well. You are 100% right, ma'am. Eye service, let them bury empty grave, but one day everybody will die, even you. Making rubbish your father and mother, your children may be somebody do something to you. Maybe somebody will do something to you. I think that's what this person is trying to talk about. You northerners have suddenly become an emotional preachers. Continue. Some say I am confused. I don't even believe it. Again, I want to believe it. All the antecedents during the burial want me to believe it. The number antecedent is that no any high-ranking official as such at the burial. The cemetery used at Gudu, Abuja looks degrading, much so to bury a high-ranking official like Abakari. Thirdly, there was no strict compliance with the safety guidelines for burying COVID-19 victims. Lastly, the security apparatus at the burial ground did not go with what had been announced earlier on that security agencies to maintain strict movement. There was none. I am confused, Walai. It seems this woman have some mental problems. Some say you are right. By looking at her face, is a jobless person. Now you get mental because you have eye, but you cannot see. Nnamdi Kanu has already said it, but some Nigerians will never believe it. If not, Abakari was being buried, meaning it's your father. Really? Are you telling them, my sister? It's obvious that most Nigerians like to be deceived, and that is why when we see things like that, we investigate it. Once we found out the truth, we hold our side tight before the one imbecile will come, the insult person with it or her free data mode. Nigeria, una never see anything yet. You will have yourself to blame for being a fool and ignorant, but not me, because I will tell you what I saw with my eyes. You will still doubt it with insult to my personality. So I used to protect my family interest. For this APC government, nothing for you or Nigerians. Forget it. It's looking like that. It's like that. It has been like that, and it's still looking like that. Nobody is even looking whether there's any form of change or whether it's going to be a kind of turnaround. This is their last tenure. You think these particular people who are the at the top affair or at the end of affair of this APC government, you think that they are ready to change anything, to change the narrative? They just want to do their own this thing. Maybe other people who are on the waiting list will come and continue from where they stop, and that's just the way it is, because there's no hope between now and 2023. The hope that Nigerians will have, it will be on based on individual, That is just what I think, and that is what has been happening. But anything can happen, but with what we are seeing, any change, any positive change that might happen, it will be, from at the level of individuals. Some say none of my business, but they can bury anybody corpse because Islamic religion doesn't keep corpse over 24 hours. That is if Abakari died 2 weeks ago. We are okay. Why are they lying about the whole thing? Lai Mohammed will say it is not true. Anything people say, they are right. Is they are right because the propaganda is too much. Next time you vote wise. You vote wisely, because this is not really looking good. Country that operates with lies to our own citizens, can that be called a country of fraud? Nigeria is a typical British 419. It is only Nigerians that will believe this journalist called Kemi. Do you have evidence to your claim, or you just want to confuse the general public and also confuse yourself? That's the question somebody is asking. Someone say even if you are shown evidences, you will still be confused. These are the kind of journalism that will end her life. She's too much a freaking liar, looking for unnecessary recognition. Of course, normally, just like somebody said, if you hear something like this, you just go and do your own investigation. You cannot just come out blatantly and begin to insult people. What investigation have you done? Everything a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. It's an avenue for you to deeper to know whether this person is saying the truth. Because in every rumor, there is always element of truth. People don't just want to. You just think that some people just believe that something cannot just happen Who said? Anything can happen. And that's why people really need to investigate thoroughly, because anything can happen. Because like we have seen, a lot of things, a lot of loopholes that the government itself has created, that is bringing all of these things that will make one to suspect them. So what are we talking about? Some people just say na lie, na lie, na lie. What have you found out? You just believe that that is not the truth. What and what have you done? The person that said, oh, I am sure of what I'm saying, if the person is being called upon, he should be able to prove the whole thing, or she should be able to prove what he or she has said. Well, like somebody said too, that even if people are presented with evidence, they will still tell you saying a lie. It did not happen. They don't just want to take it. But let us continue with this, continue living in denial, whether it's going to favor us at the end of the day. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Kemi has made her own allegation that people should just stop all of this thing that is not the true thing that really happened at the burial, the day Abakari was buried. Leave your comments below and let's have your take.